With Jimbo Fisher bidding Tallahassee farewell, the FSU football team is looking to move forward and secure the program's 36th consecutive bowl bid in their final game of the regular season. Their opponent today will be the ULM Warhawks, who hope their high-flying offense packing his bags. Will FSU pack it in, or will they find a way to reach the postseason? You are watching ESPN College Football in this presentation of the ACC on ESPN from the campus of Florida State University and Doak Campbell Stadium, basking in that Florida sunshine as 4-7 ULM takes on the 5-6 Seminoles of Florida State. Hey there, Seminole and Warhawk. Corey Simon. Corey, the big story, we're not going to bury it. Farewell to Jimbo Fisher. This is a program that achieved some great success under him, and as we take a look at the numbers, it's really incredible what he was able to accomplish in his time here.
It was. Jimbo was a terrific coach. He did a great job of bringing athletes in here, developing them, and then sending them on to the NFL. So Jimbo will be missed, but Florida State goes on.
So as you see, leaving a legacy, 8 bowl games, they've won the national championship. A lot of Seminole fans wondering, where do we go from here? And so far it seems that where they go from here is interim head coach Odell Haggins.
And I think Odell will do a great job. He has a great respect from this team, and they'll go out there and play hard for him.
So they will play hard. It's an important day for Florida State. Bowl eligibility on the line. Kickoff is next. The Warhawks and Seminoles. We're getting ready to get it going right here.
This is the University of Louisiana, Monroe.
We started on the bayou
and took over the world.
We created champions,
and more champions. The best came to play.
We promised a home away from home.
And boy, did we deliver.
Intellect and achievement collide.
Environments that are authentic,
advanced,
and bold.
Education makes all the difference.
And success is shared as one.
Yesterday,
today,
tomorrow.
Now through January 2nd, get a holiday credit of up to $3,000 on select models.
Playoff is coming. From here on out, every game is a battle. The fans are craving Dr. Pepper with a historical intensity. Some of you may not make it back. Some of you will come back with half a tray. Some of you will come back victorious. Vendors, are you ready?
Dr. Pepper?
Thanks.
Let's go, Dr. Pepper, hip. Platypus, the battle thing was just a metaphor.
When people think Belk, they think we're always welcoming, sweet, and stylish. They say we enjoy the finer things in life, but still know how to have some fun. Well, it's all true.
We create machines that make every experience more intense and real. With Intel Core processors and GeForce GTX graphics so powerful, they can redefine reality. Because the best feature of a gaming machine is the power to make you forget it's there.
Final seconds ticking away before kickoff, and Osceola and Renegade planting the spear one final time at home this regular season. So let's get this thing started and let's talk some football, Corey Simon. The whole Jimbo Fisher thing is in the past. Let's look at these impact players. Caleb Evans will be the starting quarterback for the Warhawks. Derek Gore, the transfer from Alabama. Marcus Green and R.J. Turner, 2 receivers that we'll want to keep an eye on as well.
Absolutely, and Marcus Green is that bell cow. He is the guy. He is the playmaker. When they want to make something happen, that ball's going to be in his hands.
Matt Viator in his second season as the ULM head coach, trying to get that program on the up and up. And now they're trying to pick up their 5th win and play spoiler to Florida State. On the other side for Florida State, Blackman, Akers, and then on defense, Burns and James, our players will be definitely keeping an eye on.
Absolutely, and when you look at Cam Akers, I expect him to have a big game today. ULM doesn't play great defense, and Florida State wants to run the ball and control the clock.
Odell Haggins, a lifelong Seminole in his 23rd season here. Rumor has it he still refuses to drink Gatorade. Logan Tyler on for the kickoff. And this final matchup at Doak Campbell Stadium is underway. ULM will bring it back out to the 25-yard line.
I think when you look at that kickoff, that's a winning play for Florida State right there with Marcus Green and his 4 touchdowns that he has on the season. He's leading college football with 4 touchdowns going back, and so that's a winning play for Florida State all day long.
Caleb Evans, the sophomore quarterback out of Mansfield, Texas, 2,600 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, and oh, by the way, the brother of Gerard Evans, ACC fans who remember him from Virginia Tech. ULM will keep it on the ground and no gain there for the Warhawks.
Great job by that defensive line, just standing up. They're going to have to do that all day. Great eye discipline with this RPO scheme that ULM likes to play. It's going to be pivotal for that line to be effective.
Derek Gore, the transfer from Alabama, finds a whole lot of nothing. Evans lines up in the gun and another handoff, and not much more there for Gore. Maybe a yard, possibly 2. It'll be 3rd and long for the Warhawks.
Another play by number 91, Derek Nottie. He's had a terrific senior season. Really, he and DeMarcus Christmas have done a terrific job of controlling the inside of the Florida State defense.
Evans dumps it off, and it will be short of a first down. Brian Williams picks up the reception, but alas, ULM will be forced to punt. Successful opening stand there for the Florida State defense.
Yeah, that's what you want to have. As a defense, you want to get out there, you want to start the game fast, and you want to finish strong. But going out there and getting a 3 and out, getting this offense on the field is imperative for this team to be successful today.
DJ Matthews on for the punt return. I think he really made some eyes a little bit wider in that Delaware State game. He went back and returned a few punts against Florida, so somebody to keep an eye on special teams for the Seminoles.
Yeah, I think when you watch DJ, he's just a natural. He just really understands angles. He does a great job of fielding the ball, and he's always looking to make something happen, as you can see there.
Matthews tackled at the 40, but another good return for him, and Florida State will have great field position for their opening drive. So for Florida State, James Blackman will be getting yet another start. The freshman out of Belglade, Florida, 169, might be 185, soaking wet. 1,800 passing yards, 14 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, about a 56% completion rate. This is a kid that's grown leaps and bounds here in his time in Tallahassee.
He has. You think back, he was just a year ago, he was a high school senior. And so being able to find plays like he did there, finding the checkdowns, finding those guys out in the flats, making the simple reads is imperative for him to go out there and to be successful, for this Florida State team to be successful.
Little screen there to Jacquez Patrick.
You want to get him in the flow of this game, and I think simple throws like that really help him get into the flow of things.
Blackman now lining up under center. And a handoff. Patrick up the middle, first down.
Great hard-nosed run there. That's what Jacquez Patrick does. He's most effective when he's running north and south. As you can see, Patrick getting downhill. That's going to be important for Florida State all day long. He's got to pound that 230-pound body up in there all day long and make ULM respect him. And then
Patrick with the handoff, rather Blackman with the handoff to Akers, and Akers picks up maybe a yard.
Good stop there by the UNL, U of L, sorry, ULM
Words
defense.
are hard, I feel you. Blackman drops back to pass, comes near side. Erman Lane. Lane across the 30 and out of play. Lane started the year on defense, and because these Seminoles are so thin at certain positions, including wide.
There, that can't happen. For this ULM defense to be effective, they've got to get guys covered. He can't run free and allow big plays like that.
Toss. Akers got the corner. Shoved out of play after a gain of maybe 4 or 5.
I tell you, this young man in Akers has done and embracing this role as a running back here in this system. Just a great year. Had some ups and some downs, but I think overall you've seen the improvement, not only in his ability to find holes and be decisive, but also in the blocking game.
Good opening drive here for Florida State, now inside the ULM 30. Blackman again dropping back to pass and completes to Nyquan Murray.
Sitting down in the zone, making himself available. Great throw. What you see there is Nyquan just sitting down in that zone and making himself available, not overrunning the route, and just great hands there by him making the catch. Keep those chains moving.
Seminoles on the move. Little jet sweep. Keith Gavin turns it upfield to the 5-yard line.
Always great to see that young man get his hands on the ball. He's had an up and down season. I think a lot was expected out of him this season. Had some injury issues, and that always sets a young player back. He needs those reps. He needs those game reps. Most importantly, he needs those practice reps, and I think he's been hindered by those injuries.
Jacquez Patrick checks back in as Seminoles running back. Second and a couple. Patrick breaks a tackle. Patrick stood up at about the 2-yard line.
Just a simple outside run here. I think ULM did a great job of maintaining leverage. As you can see, we weren't able to get that end blocked, and so it just made everything bounce, and they were able to take advantage of that and get out there and make a play.
Jonathan Vickers checks in as the fullback. Gavin, the receiver, in motion. On Tate motioning in. Just a short yard is all they need for a first down, and Jacquez Patrick picks it up, no problem. Seminoles knocking on the door here of getting on the board early, something that they haven't really been able to do a whole heck of a lot this year, and it was a calling card for Florida State in that national championship year.
You're absolutely right, and I think this is a big drive for them. It's deflating for a defensive lineman, really, when you go out there and you're trying to get a stop and just first down after first down, it really takes its toll on you, and down the stretch, it'll really take an effect on this ULM defense.
Patrick, touchdown. Something we expected to see quite a bit. Plenty of ground game for Florida State, and Jacquez Patrick pushes it across. Florida State up 6-0, Penn to the extra point.
Yeah, it's just another hard-nosed run. You know, it's 4 yards in a cloud of dust for this Florida State Seminole team.
And it doesn't hurt when James Blackman is a perfect 4 for 4 on that opening drive as well. Ricky Aguayo on to attempt the point after. And Aguayo remains perfect on his PATs this season. So in a hurry, a 3-and-out for ULM, and Florida State drives down the short field to go up 7-0 in a hurry. We'll be back to Tallahassee in a moment.
Jackson. Barrios. Touchdown, Miami. He's in for the touchdown.
Wide open man to the end zone.
Catches it inside the 10. He's going to take it in. Touchdown. Look out, 'cause all eyes on me.
Now through January 2nd, get a holiday credit of up to $3,000 on select models.
Something inside me was awake.
I've seen its raw strength only once before. Fulfill your destiny.
Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Rated PG-13. What led us to build the country's largest solar field of its kind back in 2009, and to continue to grow solar affordably, all while keeping bills among the lowest in the nation? Our people. Florida Power and Light.
Hey, we're gonna do the Asian thing, honey barbecue and hot.
It's a great time to be a fan when you've got 21 sauces and seasonings to put on your wings. Don't take it for granted, because in medieval days, your wing flavors were limited.
Hot flavor, plain flavor.
Get 21 sauces and seasonings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Back here in Tallahassee, where Florida State is up 7-0 over ULM. The third member of our team is Aria Masudi, and he's standing by. Take it away, Aria.
Thank you, Sean. Of course, it's been a 24 hours of emotional time for this Florida State football program. Yesterday, Jimbo Fisher announcing that he would leave and go to Texas A&M. They were supposed to have a team meeting at 2:15. Well, reports surfaced around 1:30, and the team found out from social media. I'm told it was a very emotional time in that team meeting room when Fisher finally addressed the team. But the attention quickly moved over to Odell Haggins. Odell Haggins, who is he? Well, he's been a Florida State player 1986 to 1989. He really kickstarted that dominant run of top 5 finishes for the Seminoles. He's coached under Bowden. He's coached under Fisher. He's been an assistant for 23 seasons. He finally gets his time here today. He's a Seminole through and through, I'm told. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a guy in our booth that knows him pretty well. Am I right, Corey?
Yeah, all right, and I tell you what, Odell is just the consummate pro. He's a hard worker at his job, but he's a great father and a great friend, not only to me, but those players on this team. That's why you'll get the effort out of these guys today, because of what he brings to the table. He's just always working hard. He respects these guys immensely, and he goes out there and he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he coaches hard every single day.
So Odell will coach just as hard today, now with the interim head coach tag in this matchup against ULM.
Yeah, I had a time yesterday to get a chance to talk to him and kind of get his take on it in typical Odell fashion. All he wanted to talk about with these players. He wanted to make sure that they were okay, make sure that they had everything that they needed. There was some heartbreak in that room yesterday, but his concern automatically went to his players and not to him.
Sloan Spiller, the tight end out of Katy, Texas, on a screen, picks up the first down of the afternoon for ULM.
Got picked off there a little bit, and Florida State wasn't able to get there in pursuit. But there you go, number 3, as always, Johnny on the spot, going over there to make the play.
Empty backfield for the Warhawks. Evans looks to throw. Quick slant underneath. And a quick completion, good for about 2 or 3.
There won't be a lot of deep dropbacks for this team today, this ULM team. They want to get the ball out there quickly. They don't want to give FSU a chance with those defensive ends and Josh Sweat and Brian Burns to get off the line and make plays in the backfield. And so you'll see a lot of that RPO stuff that they've run, a lot of the quick game that you're seeing now. And it's just going to be FSU running sideline to sideline, trying to make plays and force turnovers as much as possible.
That was Demarius Gillespie on that first down pickup of about 5. Now they pick up about 5 or 6 more to pick up another first down. Brian Williams now picking up the first down for ULM as they approach midfield.
ULM is a very talented offense. They put up points every week. It's a very hard offense to stop, especially when you have a mobile quarterback in Caleb Evans that makes this thing go.
Evans on the keeper picks up about 9. And you're right, Corey. This is a team that averages 36.1 points per game. That's second in the Sun Belt, 22nd in the NCAA. It's on that defensive side that we can have another conversation.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the defense doesn't match the offense, so this team's record would be a whole lot different. I think you go back to last week's game against Arkansas State. They gave up a total of 781 yards, which is a Sun Belt record. You can't do that and win games. Consequently, they lost that game, gave up 67 points.
This is a team that's had plenty of good wins. Josh Sweat with the stop now to give it 3rd and short for ULM, but they've had plenty of good wins. They've had games where they played well. I mean, mid-third quarter, it was 14-7 Auburn just a couple weeks ago as Gore gets the edge and the first down.
Big first down for that ULM team. We'll manage to get the edge, and it's hard to do against this Florida State team. There's a lot of speed out there on the field, but they did a great job blocking it up, getting downhill. What you're seeing here is, again, you see that tight end out there able to tie up Jacob Hugh and get the necessary yardage for the first down.
5:24 left in the first quarter. Florida State up 7-0. Evans will air it out. Evans overthrows everybody.
Yeah, this team will take its shots, and Evan is a pretty good passer. He has a 61% completion rate on the season, and so he will air it out a little bit when he gets an opportunity. He'll take those 1 or 2 shots a quarter to keep you honest back there.
This is a team that from last year where they scored 36 total touchdowns. This year they've scored 53, so the offense in all aspects on the up and up for ULM. Evans is almost picked off. Opportunity missed.
And those are the things that have stopped this Florida State defense from being all that it could be. I think going into the season, you thought you'd see a lot of those turnovers from everything that was coming back to this team. But those plays just like that just have not come in a timely fashion for this Florida State defense.
And that's also unfortunate for Nate Andrews, a guy who's had plenty of injury issues coming up on the end of his career here at Florida State as Westbrook checks in at the last second. And that'll be 4th down and 10. It's a little bit more success here offensively. Now ULM forced to just try to pin Florida State.
Yeah, I think ULM realizes that right now their running game with that Florida State defensive front is going to be very tough to establish, and so now they're trying to get some shots down the field. I don't know how well that's going to work out for them today, but they're going to try everything that they can. This team did not come in here to Doak Campbell Stadium to roll over. They're going to play hard.
This is their bowl game.
Absolutely.
Great job fielding the punt, and Florida State is going to be fishing for the Seminoles, and ULM special teams stepping up.
What does preeminence look like?
Best picture.
Florida State University.
When you look at the Mercedes-Benz GLC, with its high-tech cameras and radar, contemporary cockpit, 360-degree network of driver assist technologies, and sporty performance, what's most impressive about the GLC? All depends on your point of view. The 2018 GLC, starting at $40,050. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Get unlimited data for $25 a month when you add a line to the Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. Plus, get a free smartphone when you switch. All on a network that covers over 99% of Americans. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
It takes several sources of energy to bring you energy. There's natural gas, nuclear, solar, and something else. What led us to build the country's largest solar field of its kind back in 2009, and to continue to grow solar affordably, with 8 new solar fields coming by early 2018 and more to come, all while keeping bills among the lowest in the nation. You must have a source of energy that's pretty darn special. Florida Power and Light.
Back here in Tallahassee, Florida State.
Must have a source of energy that's pretty darn special. Florida Power and Light.
Back here in Tallahassee, Florida State up 7-0. ULM forced to punt for the second time of this ball game. The 4-7 Warhawks out of the Sun Belt taking on the 5-6 Seminoles, trying to cinch up a 36 consecutive bowl bid. Tight end Izzo in motion. Expect to see a lot of run here from the goal line. An early flag down. I believe there was some movement. And that's a good break for Florida State.
It's imperative right now for this ULM defense to stand up and stand strong. There's nothing more demoralizing for a defensive unit than to have a team take it 99 yards and score. So it's going to be big for this team to find a way to get off the field and give their offense a chance.
Ryan Izzo. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
And those are the little throws that, as you can see here, Blackman kind of short arms this ball. Those are the little throws that he will get much better at as a player. He's kind of got a little quirky motion. More consistent at being able to take those chances and make those pay off. The 5- and 6-yard plays are positive for this offense.
This time he goes to the ground, and Jaquez Patrick. Patrick breaks free. Patrick got the first down. Rather, I think I had Murray instead of Patrick.
Great job by number 99 there. Really getting that penetration there, getting off of the blocks, making a big play, slowing Patrick.
Florida State will be forced on 3rd and 5 to make a decision here. Blackman will throw, a little screen. And they will pick up the first down, and it will be Nyquan.
Great job by Blackman. It seems like from up here, it just seems like a very easy throw, but that's not an easy throw to hit a guy in stride and give him the opportunity to get forward on a play and turn it into a positive play. Those are the things that you talk about when you look at Blackman and seeing his improvement during the season, being able to hit guys in stride and allowing Nyquan and some of those other athletes out there to just make plays.
We go back to the ground, and Jaquez Patrick, who picks up about 2.
I think you can see the game plan by this Florida State team already. They want to run some more in this game.
Darian Ford on the stop.
Defense of pursuing the play.
Ford, one of only 8 seniors on this roster out of Riverside, California. 2nd down and 7. Blackman to throw once again. Another first down. This time it's Vickers.
Great job again by Blackman, just finding the easy read. Guys getting lost in coverage and just finding that easy read, put the guy in a position to run with the ball. Vickers, great job of making that a first down.
Little jump from ULM. No contact, no snap. Picks up about 6.
You don't see a whole lot of that from Blackman. He's really not the scrambling quarterback, but every now and again, doesn't want to take those shots. You've got to be able to get down, take what you can get, and move on to the next play.
Cam Akers will check back in. Picks up another first down on the near sideline and across the ULM 45.
Another good, hard, strong run by Cam Akers. What you see is ULM sending a blitz from the opposite side. Great play call there by Randy Sanders. To bounce the ball a little bit. Now he's finding that hole, is being decisive, putting his foot in the ground and getting up the field.
They're going to review to see whether or not he stepped out of bounds. Right now, they currently have the ball marked at the ULM 48. So with 1 minute left here in this opening quarter, our first review. David Epperly, Johnny Forte, Arthur Harden, and the rest of this crew will take a look at that play, and we will come back, hopefully, with the decision for you on the ACC Network Extra.
All eyes on